Look, guys, I just vomited and all these people are being so heartless and not even looking at me and just pulling in. Freaking pathetic, guys. The one people just asked, "Are you okay?" And then I obviously just continued vomiting, and then they just, continued on. So I'm gonna go back in here now, tell them that I vomited again, and then get some, guys, it is terrible. You can just see by looking at me. Let me head back in here and get some. Hey everyone, your girl is here. Red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue everywhere. So here I am now, finally home. You guys can definitely see my eyes are so much better. I don't, look like a terrible mess. Like, you can tell I don't have an extreme headache behind my eye. So I did get this to chow down on. Anyhow, you guys can see almost 2 in the morning. Whatever. This friggin' thing. 1:48 to be exact. So, very, very just excited. In general, had the freaking time of my life, guys. It almost reminds me, guys, just about, of my super lush life in Florida, guys. Oh my gosh. I just get so excited talking about Florida. So I'm going to be going there, obviously, again, this next year. But I want to get to bed now. You guys can, just like I said, just still see my excitement. My headache behind my eye is gone, thankfully. So now I can get a good night's sleep and then get this video up. I already produced both of them. And I already know where there's, places that I added. So I thought of just a couple small things to add, and I'll be ready. So I'll have a head start for tomorrow. So anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later. And I really, really hope that you guys have enjoyed all of my videos. Well, that gets a little bit, but that's BTC issues, as expected. Anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later. I hope everyone had a fantastic 4th, just like me. And you can't get everything in there, but that's fine. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you now, I wanted to make my additions. And then I'm going to go in here and get my blueberries, or my blackberries, before they are officially all gone, guys. So still very, very, very cute. My hair is still beyond adorable, nice and fluffy, and full of life. So feeling very, very cute, guys. I just wanted to come on and make a couple additions. So as far as the one photo, I know I kind of briefly shared that before. So it's like, it's like, I didn't know that, and I don't know actually, they probably have a better camera than me. But it's like, I didn't know that, we had it on manual focus, because obviously you guys saw in Miami, it would want to focus on the light instead of every, wanted to focus on the light and flip in between, me and the ocean, right? So I wanted to flip. So it's like, I didn't know that. It's just like, just be straightforward and just say, that's what I'm trying to be, trying to sexualize here. And we have, everybody's definition of fun is different, but my version of fun doesn't belong on YouTube. Or at least, because I already go the next step. So check out the next step, right? And something like that, because I've seen a couple pages that have done that before. So it's just like, just say it, right? Like, I do that, right? Like, with, whenever I was at, the pool last year, and I had my orange, and I, sprinkled, I could definitely see that, and I can go along with the sexualizer, and obviously it's not on the sexualizer. That's actually me just saying that's what it is. Like, I'm not gonna act like I didn't go through high school, right? Like, I went through high school. I definitely agree with, you see a smile, right? And you think, maybe I'm happy with my boobs, right? Because it's like, even though it's at a different angle. So you guys get the point. you know, so the smile might look much bigger than what it actually is. You guys get the point. So it's just like, just say that's what you're doing. So then also, you know, also though, on the other side of the coin, it's like, you know, if that's not what I'm doing, I will remind people of that too, right? It's like, no, I'm actually smiling in front of the mirror in my bikini because I'm happy with my swimming progress, right? Like, I'm not, you know, smiling like that because I like having on bikinis, and whether a bikini is intimate, you know, that's not really up for us. I don't really do those debates again on my page. So you guys get the point. So I also wanted to share that. And as far as the other photo that I did, so it's like, don't sexualize yourself. This is again branching off in a different, I already shared, you know, just take accountability for it. So it's like, you know, don't sexualize yourself and then complain about being sexualized, right? So it's like, don't, you know, take a picture for comparison purposes, and then, you know, not, you know, do your own, right? Like, not actually do it, because then you have more going against you for the haters, right? You know, and you guys will see later here in just a couple of minutes about, you know, everybody knows, like, the court of law in America, right? Like, the defense has the right to question the prosecution, and prosecution has the right to question the defense, right? So it's like, you know, just, you know, sorry, that guy threw me off. I don't know why he threw me off. I had hundreds of people walking around me yesterday. So I don't know why. Anyhow, guys, trying to think of where I was. I'm actually gonna have to end it and figure out where I was, because I don't know why I was so yeah, anyhow, just a couple minutes here, guys. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, so like I said, you have more going against you if you try to say, well, that's not actually the intentions, right? Because everybody knows before, like I shared with, you know, the silliness with how, like, laws are written in the United States. It's like, well, I mean, no offense, you know, to intend to offend anybody, but somebody was offended, or no intent, right, to do this. But it's like, that doesn't even make any sense, you know, because if facts are facts, period, and aren't up to perception, right? Like I've said before, right? So, like, you know, it's like, let's use gas for example, right? And this is actually something I never shared as well. So if a person sees that gas is $3.09, and most people say $3.09, does that actually mean that O, right? And obviously we know that O is a letter, it's not a number. So does that mean that since they said 09 and the electronic digital scales don't look like mine in my car, right there, does that mean that since O ends in a letter and the digital display sometimes can look like an O, like a rectangle, does that mean that that gas is actually 39 cents? No. So it's like, reality is reality, and it's not up to, well, it's just how it's perceived. No. Okay, no. Okay. That's why I could never be good, or people would hate me, right? The prosecution would hate me if I was an attorney, because it's like, no, reality is reality, period. It's not up to perception, and, oh, well, it's just how I'm perceiving it. No. Okay? That's not how it goes. So it's like, you know, don't do that. And then, also, and you can also add in to, you know, for people who are overly paranoid, you can add similar to what I said before. You know, it's like very hard to find those kind of photos, and if somebody does hack your information, they'll just find a select few photos that are very hard to find on Instagram. Obviously, you know, I have, some of those too, right? Like with my, at the beach, right? Looking out my legs, like those can be harder to find. But, you know, they're still there, right? So if somebody hacked my account, they would just see something that you couldn't see just casually scrolling through on an open public page. So it's like, don't do that. And then also you can add in, like I said, add in that you had less clothes than them. Add in that, you know, kind of it is kind of the same as just seeing it on the page. You know, also, you know, I don't know if they saw me or not, but, you know, obviously I went to Racetown then later and did my own comparison. And I probably could have shared that one too. But whenever I was at McDonald's, but I was sharing about the front. And I already shared that girl that had, not as big of a stomach as me. So the front looked like a way more bigger upside down triangle, which is a V, right? Mine actually still even looked bigger, even with the, the somewhat bigger stomach. So it's like once you start to share that you also are like that, it also kind of like people don't get as hesitant about it then. It's like, like for example, like if somebody's paranoid, right? Because you say, you're cute, right? Or something like that. It's like now that I share, right, that, Katy Perry looks really cute with a sunflower bun. Carrie Underwood does. Kelsey Ballerini. What's her name? The girl who's, Maren Morris, right? Like, those kind of singers, even they look cute. Heck, even I look cute. So, like, you're also reminding them secretly, for if they don't know my page, and they're not a follower, there's a chance I could meet one of my followers someday. But it's like, now that you're using I statements and you're showing them that you're not 2000 and late while everyone else is 3008 focusing on one single person, and they should kind of also do the same, which is also indirectly planting that seed in them too. So it's like really, really cool additions on that kind of stuff. And then also another really cool thing that I just thought of as well, and then this will pretty much sum it up, and I'm actually just going to include the overseas picture actually in my next video. But this is really, really cool here. So as far as like becoming desensitized to, I never really shared, and like, my goal, to only have so many of those when I can't sleep. So it's like, like not every time, sometimes it can be a person pretending to be perfect, and that could also be a reason why it's higher. Like say for example, I'm only going to do these pictures, for a month, right? Like that could also be a reason why then it's just not enough and they go to, a video or two. So it's like, it's like, I feel like a lot of times, people are desensitized to that, because it's like, asking those questions, people also think that it's an invitation to ask inappropriate questions, which obviously I had to me. So it's like, just kind of, it's all also in how you present it too. It's like, not like, don't ask like what exactly it was. Again, in certain situations, right? Like if the person had attempted suicide, a therapist and them could probably agree, it's like, well, taking 5 minutes after 45 minutes of just pictures, and it's been the same pictures for a month, which is 2008, while everyone else is 3008. It's like, taking, like I said, with the time, right? And not obsess about time, right? Because, it could be very, very hard. It could take 7 minutes, to find a certain, eat, right? Everybody knows what the first word is, with, some rolling, from the other person, who's on their stomach. Or, on their knees with the knees, way out there. So you guys get the point. So it's like, don't obsess about the minutes that it takes to find that, and also kind of see, that's really not, like, that's not choking, that's not, nobody's face is turning blue, right? Like, nobody has extreme gashes, nobody, like, tries to, get up from a position and just falls over and foams from, you guys get the point, right? So it's like, I feel like a lot of times, because of people who do it for the wrong reasons, right? Like I said, how is that supposed to help somebody graduate? People also become desensitized to not want to, kind of aid in that way, because again, they don't know how to present it properly. Like I said, and it's like, they think, of a different version, which in that way it's good as far as like Corinna, like I've shared multiple times on my page. So it's like, well, they haven't attempted suicide, so I'm not going to cross that. But it's like, I think, so basically what I'm trying to get at is, I think that a lot of times people, you know, make an issue of the, I have an issue with that kind of stuff. It's not really an issue with that kind of stuff. It's just, you know, listening to, you know, your situation specifically, and then speaking from your specific situation, right? Because 45 minutes, you know, could show with eventually just giving up, not like getting so frustrated that it's, you know, up to 95% of new sense. And I've shared a couple times how that stuff comes up first, and I've, you know, seen some, yeah, and I think 95% of it is bad. You know, so it's not like anything like that. You know what I'm getting at? So it's like, that could show dedication, right? Like, I'm gonna just be, you know, with my partner, and I can't find any joy outside of my partner, kind of thing. You know, some people, you know, so like I said, there's just all sorts of different scenarios that you have to kind of figure out which one is good for you. But like I said, a lot of people, you know, I'm not downplaying anybody who has ever made a video like that, you know, you see occasionally of, you know, I seriously struggle with that, you know, stuff. So it's like, you know, just try to figure that out, you know, and try to present it, properly, or try to figure it out on your own. And then if you can't, then you can go to a therapist and they can present it, you know, yeah. So it's like, and also really it's not, you know, if a person did go to a therapist, it's like, would you mind me asking if this, right? Or, you know, what was it, in the sense of, you know, trying, and then again, it's really kind of, I guess, hard from a therapist role. It's like, well, I mean, I wouldn't consider that, you know, after 5 minutes, and I wouldn't get down on 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go in here now and pick my berries, and then I will, like I said, I will get that overseas picture, you know, yeah, get the overseas picture talked about next. Nice little 10-minute, well, really 15 because the first little part. So feel very, very excited, guys. Very, very happy. So, oh, and also I never really did finish the thought. So the girl obviously beside me, you know, there was that girl on the other side, and then there was that girl. So she didn't really say anything from what I could see. And obviously my number one goal, once it, again, I have more going for me, right? And I already shared what I did afterwards to really have it going for me. Because again, certain things you just can't, you know, unless you act like you didn't graduate high school, right? Then for a reason, right? So it's like, anyhow, guys, so obviously my phone, I put my phone in, and then I put my, you know, my, pepper spray and all my regular, just getting into my car, get my charger on, get it on, get my music restarted. So obviously then, I don't know, she was just kind of over there, and then, I didn't see her friend say anything to her or anything, but, she just kind of started to, you know, have at an angle. She didn't even notice. I mean, obviously they saw me get in my car, so I don't know if it was something like that, but, obviously they didn't say anything, but you guys get the point. You know, and then I was pretty much gone like a minute later, because I was focused on going to Raystown, and just doing my photo, and thinking, well, I'll just do a comparison, right? And actually, that was actually a setup, too, if you think about it, because like I said, I could have shared that photo, but, you know, I was at McDonald's, but I was talking about my front area. So I wasn't talking about the back area, but if I did talk about the back, I could also do it there. So anyhow, guys, I just wanted to share all of that. So thanks everyone for watching again. I really got to get in here. My grandma's actually cooking me dinner. Well, cooking us dinner, my bad. Her and I went to the store and got some ketchup. And then she's cooking some red beets too. I obviously took her car through the car wash. And I finally just now got to 12,000 I slept in. like 45 minutes, almost an hour this morning. And then I only got like 7,000 by lunchtime. I had beef ravioli, sun chips, and some french fries for lunch, and then I laid down for an hour. I did watch 2 YouTube videos. So it's been a nice, so good of a comeback Saturday, you know, from my, you know, extremely fun day yesterday. So I'll go ahead here and get going, guys. Thanks for watching, and then I will get this video pretty much produced. I can't think of any additions, and if I do, they'll just be in the description, because my videos, like I said, have been taking forever to produce. So feeling very, very, very confident, guys. Very, very happy with just everything this 50% Lush Life Saturday or summer. So I'll talk to everyone later. Thanks for watching. Oh my god, guys, look. Guys, that's a hummingbird. What is it doing? Watch it. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out, I guess, for the nest. I literally almost just walked in here and I thought that I was gonna see a hummingbird. Oh my god. Oh, and I also wanted to share about using I statements, right? So if you use I statements, you also show the person to not be overly paranoid. Like I said, it's like one of those kind of things, right? It's like, even if you showed them on the spot, right, which again you shouldn't have to do, again, within reason, like if an exact person sees the exact person, yeah, then maybe that is something to bring up. It's like, well, just let me see your phone, let me see your camera roll, a lot of the photos you've taken recently, stuff like that. But it's like, even, you know, if you were to show them, you know, and then all of the deleted items, making sure that, you know, pleasing that part of their paranoia too. It's like they still won't believe you, right? It's one of those kind of people, which is also, again, another different version, right? Like I shared before. Obviously, it's up to certain people who know the person more, right? Like medical professionals. If the person has mental health issues, obviously mental health professionals can kind of grasp it. But now if they go the next step, and they make an attempt because of that life, or maybe they're hiding something in that life, but it's not the same goals or plans that Corinna had, it's like, nope, you know, you're not going to use your unreasonable searches and seizures. We're presenting this out of concern, and we don't deem you mentally competent right now or something like that, because of your attempt. So whether you're angry because, and I've already shared that line before, but to anybody who's new, whether you're angry because we're wasting our time, or you have a plan to check out, you know, the truth is going to come out, kind of thing. And then if I'm wrong, right, this is showing them, like, this is kind of like making it a positive, right? So if I'm wrong, then I give you permission to make me look like a complete ass in the courtroom, right? It's like, yeah, look at you, I give you permission to laugh at me, kind of thing, which is the same as calling yourself a bitch before others, and all of that. So anyhow, guys, I will talk to everyone later. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, your girl is here, so I only have 15 minutes. You guys can see. Oh jeez, let's see this helicopter first. Oh, there it is. Can't tell if that's Life Flight or Hershey. I don't think, yeah, I don't think the Geisinger network comes this south. But anyhow, guys, you guys can see there's a lot of people up there on the hill. I did just talk to a woman. She had said that it was like, this is like her 3rd year in a row. And, you know, you can see them anywhere in the park. They do have a little bit of a weird discrepancy, I guess you could say. And I will go down and get some pictures by the chocolate sign. Thankfully, I produced my video already, because that was like 40 minutes. So that was good. I'll just go ahead and delete those films. I'm already at only 18 minutes left. You guys can see though, it says after 3 hours, and obviously it's like 8:18 now, so I really only have an hour left. So there was a nice little spot that I found. So I'm actually going to go try to get to that location. I'm going to delete my videos, get to that location, then I'll start working on speeding up my videos from earlier. And, you know, I can come here next year and get some photos, better photos, when the sun is out on the Hershey sign. I just missed it. Like I said, my phone has been taking forever, you know, with the producing of the last video, the first 40-minute segment. So I don't understand. So I can always come back next year. Because, hey, you know, like I've said, you know, Eastern PA is my least explored, and you would think it wouldn't be like that because it's the capital, the whole Eastern, like I said, but it is. Rarely ever, you know, make it to this part of Pennsylvania. So I guess next year I can explore it, maybe after the 4th of July. But without further ado, guys, before people just start cramming this in, I'm going to either go over to that one spot that I saw, or go up on that hill. Welcome to Hershey! Hey everyone, here comes an airplane in for an emergency landing somewhere around here. Or is it, guys? This is insane. You should hear them. It literally sounds like an airplane coming. Wait, here they come, too. Ready? Wait for them. I was just taking a little bit of a walk. I did actually end up making it to my spot. Just wait for them. Here they come. I know they're coming. So definitely be very, very fun to explore this area much more next year. Like I said, just wait for them. I know it's an emergency landing, but it's still a little ways out. That's a partial cosmic scale, because, you know, it's very hard for people to imagine height, right? And when it's coming in, it can look like the entire atmosphere is... Here they come, ready? The entire atmosphere is on fire, you know, when the shooting star comes. Oh! Guys, that's insane how loud it sounds. Here they go again. Wait for this part right here. Ready? Ah! So anyhow, guys, I was looking down here, and look. There is a chair. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, right there. Right by the green leaves. There's one of those chairs down in here. And then it looks like there was like a workout yoga ball. A blue one down there. I think that's what that is. Yeah. There you go, guys. Just want to make that little addition. I did just get to save my one video, and it was now from 18 minutes down to 16 minutes. So let me start working on it again. I'm still feeling beyond adorable in this, guys. It's been so long since I've worn bubble braids. So look at the sunset setting down behind us. Means it's getting time for firework time. And like I said, depending on where they set them off, there's a couple different things online. Like some have like the American flag just behind them, you know. So wherever they set them off, guys, I'm very, very excited, and I will be ready to move on in and get some good films with you guys. And by the way, I've also done like 30,000 steps, which is insane. Hey. Thank you, same to you. Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Oh my god. Guys. There is a deer. Look at that. Wait for it. There it is, guys. Oh my god. Well guys, deer are officially in the headlights, and they are giving me a deer in the headlights look too. Oh my god. This is great. This is a perfect video. And it looks like the very tip of the university is there. Look at it. There it goes. Guys, it's only 9:15, another hour until it starts. Here it is. My phone is at 47%, so I'm gonna go charge it, and then I'm gonna come back here. So I definitely gotta go charge it. I'm finishing up just a couple final last videos. This is gonna be beautiful tonight. I just know it. Hey everyone, your girl is here. Here's that train again, and you can see they do exactly what Pittsburgh does. And probably all the cities throughout the United States. Everything is red, white, and blue. Okay, so these same people, like, I'm not joking, these same people have been on this ride for, like, I can't even tell you how long. Just wait for them to come back. It'll literally, you guys will be like, seriously? They're still on there? And I sure as heck would not be doing this at night. I would be too terrified, guys. Guys, where's that train? Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. This is the train. Oh my god. Guys, that's probably the train that goes... Oh my god. No way. Guys, that's probably the train that goes, or that's gonna ram into the, if it stays on its path, it's gonna be the same train that goes the whole way, you know, to that tree. That'll be something. And then obviously back here, it's better this way. So obviously here, you guys can see they have, you know, way over there is like the university. You guys can see it above that green tree. There's just like a green cloud of smoke for you guys. And then those two white lights are obviously, you know, something from that big building, which I think is the university, guys. So very excited. Thankfully this train is getting out of here now, so it doesn't get in the way. Why is it always me that ends up seeing the trains? And I keep talking about trains all the time. I hope that's not a very bad, you know, warning sign, guys, right? I mean, I keep talking about, you know, how, you know, the officers in Colorado left their back to a train, right? And then boom, I start seeing all of these, you know. So here, wait, here they go. Here we go, ready? Watch. Okay, so you guys can see that there. So there was like, you know, like a white t-shirt in the second one in. So, whenever they come back around. Hey. Yeah. I know, that's what I thought too. They've been doing a couple things down there.
What's that?
They've been doing a couple off in the distance over here. I was watching these people too on the roller coaster. They've been out here for like an hour at least. Because my phone was down to like 40%. So I had to go charge it. I'm parked down there. And I keep looking, and it's the exact same people on there for an hour. They definitely are not motion sick. right, people, to be on there for an hour. But yeah, I know whenever I've watched the videos online that you can always see the, like, tower with the flag in the background. So I think they're over here, and that's where they were practicing with them. But it's definitely nice how they light everything red, white, and blue. That's how Pittsburgh had theirs last year.
Okay.
They had literally every building. UPMC.
Some people in our neighborhood got their hands on some fireworks.
Oh. Oh, nice. Yeah, I definitely like, you know, the red, white, and blue lighting that they can do. Yeah, I think they're coming back up. I don't know how the heck they do it for that long. I would be. Yeah, I would. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So it's like your, it's like the,
Who knows how
so the bars are like seatbelts then in the cars where they get tighter?
Yeah, like I think there's bars and then possibly
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about going over there on the hill. Is that the university over there on the hill? Oh, it's behind us? Ah, okay. Well, what is that really, like, really long building? Oh. What's that? Like a...
Looks like an arena.
Oh, an arena. I know they have a building like that in front of the hospital in Danville too. But I don't think theirs, I think theirs is like some kind of church. Yeah, see look, the exact same people on there still. That's just insane. Do you know if that train that just came through goes to the, do you pronounce it like stew tart or something? The stream? Oh. Yeah, because I was walking down there earlier today and there was this big tree. And I was like, well, if it's there now, and it's not there anymore. You know? Those trains will just split it wide open.
I can't believe they've got the train operating.
I know. That's why, and I was happy that it, you know, came through. And is that another train?
Yeah, Hershey Park is like a little sky tram.
Oh.
One, I don't know, but it like loops over part of Hershey Park.
Oh, I
That
see.
one, that is not it. That's like their fake train, complete with like smoke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it didn't quite sound like like the train that just came through.
Like at least with their tram system, that one goes over the zoo and such, so you can also see the animals are doing things or anything. This one like goes in a circle.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and also the roller coasters themselves sound like almost like an airport.
Yeah.
You know, like with the way it's coming in. That's the first thing that I noticed. sounds like some of the planes, like, and it's really constant, too, so it sounds like any big airport, you know? Like, Philly gets them, like, every minute. It's insane. I was there last year for the Night Nation run, and literally as soon as, like, one would, like, come into the airport, like, as far as you could see, you know, with your eyes, there would be another one coming across from, like, the Jersey Bridge. It was insane. So I'm waiting around for this. I think it said 10:15.
Yep, only 13 more minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, and I was surprised, you know, like I thought it would have been like any check-in after 6, you know, like you get free. But it still said on my parking ticket whenever I went in to the main park down there, it said 0 to 3 hours is free, and then anything over 3 is like $65. So I tried to talk to a woman down there, but she said you can see them from anywhere in the park. But I was like, I don't want to pay $65 because I'm trying to get back down to Florida again. So you can't be, you know, dropping 65s here and there, and you know, make it to Florida. I know, that's what I'm saying. Wait. Yep, see, still the same people. About the same. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
Most of the people who don't want to pay for the ticket either enter, like I didn't even know that there was a no payment option.
Oh.
I didn't even know that it was free for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's what it said on my ticket.
Like most of the people are just like pulled up at the, like just behind the train tracks.
Yeah, I saw the apartment complex.
Yeah,
or like
probably
hotel.
some people watching there for free, but like to the left of that,
Yeah.
the other side of the street, there's like a double-decker parking in front of a post office.
Oh, I did see that whenever I went down there. Yeah.
And watch the show.
Yeah, I
And
saw it was
less
really
than-
full when I.
Yeah, in less than 2 minutes away, there's infinitely less crowded.
Yeah.
Probably a better view too.
Yeah. So, which ones have you attended, like, the past 3 years?
I think we've been to all of them. Like, just walk on down.
No, I mean, like, Hershey or, like,
Yeah, all
Harrisburg?
Oh, Hershey.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we live here, so you just walk on down.
Oh, nice. Have you ever been to Philadelphia's?
Not their fireworks show, I don't think.
No? Yeah, I was thinking about going there next year just because it's, you know, a quarter of a millennium. So I was thinking about going there. Or Washington, D.C. I've heard is also a really good one. But yeah, Harrisburg canceled theirs because, you know, I guess 2 people had, like, out guns last year or something.
That's America.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, and it was so weird because it's almost like I, like, missed them simultaneously and didn't even try. Because in 2023 I broke my collarbone. So, and it was actually, too, it was, like, right before the 4th of July. I was able to get my, like, first initial follow-up on, like, July 3rd, and he put me in a sling. I obviously watched the ones in State College that year. But that year, at Point State Park, there was supposedly, like, a strange, like, you know, pop or something, and everybody just started running. And that would be very scary, too. Have you been to Pittsburgh?
Papa, have we, like, been to Pittsburgh for Pittsburgh?
We have not been to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and it would be very scary running along Point State Park at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the Allegheny is, like, right there. And if you're not really experienced or anything, like, it could be scary. But I forget what the main reason for that was. I think it was just, like, some kind of, like, popping, you know, that people thought, you know. And that's sadly, you know, like you said, that's America for you. So, yeah.
Oh man, more people.
Yeah. We kind of become, you know, accustomed to it. But, yeah. So then, obviously, then this year I was hoping to go somewhere new, you know. And then I figure out Harrisburg is, you know, had the same experience. It's like, what? So like, so crazy. Hey!
Ever watched them from here before?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, you don't. How about at the bridge over there?
That's a very new way to be recognized. Like shopping.
Oh, there's the train. It must be over there because I can hear the music. Do they do the soundtrack with it?
No.
Rhythm and booms.
We might
No?
not be able to hear it.
Not the last few years. It's just been Fireflies.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I know when I think I was still in my teenage years, like, you could hear it from the Spike Stadium.
Yeah.
They had like or like some radio stations, it'll say like tune into, for the soundtrack. It's definitely really cool. Oh wait, here they come. Yeah, see, it's the exact same people. I don't know how the heck they can do that for that long.
There's enough gap between them, and I think they're like told to get off before we can get back on.
Yeah, I know, that's... Yeah, it just would have been like kind of, I don't know, especially like at night, like it's, I don't know, there's just something weird about doing a roller coaster at night, like you have all those lights going by you real fast, and then at certain points you can't see. Like, I mean, I could do it maybe like during dusk, but now that it's been, the sun is far enough away, on Earth right now that there's absolutely no lighting in the sky. I probably wouldn't be able to do it. I see you guys have so much more lightning bugs down here in this part of the state.
I think this year is especially a ton.
Yeah, I know. I was like, they were like, getting on my legs and stuff, and I was like trying to feel. I was like, what?
You're
Yeah.
just sitting on a tree still, though.
Yeah, it's definitely strange. So, does your guys's, well, not your guys's, I guess. Well, it's really your guys's part of the Susquehanna. Does it freeze during the, or is it like so massively big that it?
Papa, the Susquehanna freezes, right?
No.
No.
It's not frozen. There are ice chunks floating. And it doesn't freeze.
Yeah. I wondered how I've never really dove into it, but you know how terribly cold it was. So do you know Lock Haven?
Where's Lock Haven?
Just like south of Williamsport.
No, I know Williamsport.
You know Williamsport? Yeah, so it's maybe like 20-30 miles, just southeast, like the slightest bit. And they have the whole town up to Renova, and it was solid frozen. And then obviously it broke the last day of February this year. And then, so we were really, really late, for the January thaw. Usually that's in January. It had in 2024, it broke in like January 21st. So it was definitely very, very late this year. But like, it was like I actually worked that day. Me and my coworker were taking guesses, but it had broken at like noon, she told me, and it was still 3 o'clock, and it was just still flowing like you wouldn't believe. That's obviously the West Branch, though. But I always wondered like how far down you could see it, you know, like because eventually, like, you know, they hit things in the river and they disintegrate, you know. So it's like how far down could you see, you know, the big hunks of, like, it was insane. I could hardly believe it.
So, online they say that there is music.
Oh, nice. 99.5 that, yeah, I knew they changed it. It used to be 93.7, the bus. And then I think, yeah, and then 99.5 was Magic 99. Yeah, that's what it was. And then I would hope. I know there was one, I can't remember. It said like somewhere. Oh, it was at Altoona. Their fireworks. It said oh, here's that train coming back through. It said that, you know, rides would open. Select rides would open for an hour after. Here it comes. Big. They want everyone just down there to scream. They probably won't hear me scream. Woo! Woo! Oh! I agree, yeah, that big tall building they have. Yep, that's what those people up there have in mind to look in their kid. Oh, I like those pink ones. Magenta ones. There we go. I think we got it now. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. Oh, there's a big, big one. Oh yeah, here we go. Like, oh. Those ones are one of my favorites. Kind of swindle on down. Yeah. It's definitely really good put together. I think those exploded a bit too early. I can't tell. Woo! That drone is getting ridiculously close. I hope it doesn't get hit. Woo! That was amazing. Whoa, those ones are really cool. They looked like sideways crosses. Oh my gosh. Woo! That's great. Whoa. Woo! Whoa, those things are, oh my gosh. Yep, this is, oh. No, not the end yet. There's no way that was the end.
Oh, the music's getting louder.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I do hear. Yeah, oh, yes, now it, yeah. the music stopped. Very weird. Oh no, there it is. I hear it there now. Yeah. They're my god, there's more. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was. I really liked how. Oh, maybe not. I really liked how they started it too. They had like all those like Saturn ones that have like, and then they had those fairy dust, you know, and then they had the ones that are like magenta, green, and blue. Yeah, like this right here. Yeah, they have like the Christmas lights ones. Oh my gosh, that was really good. And then they like kept you like honed in because there would be certain parts where you would think it'd be the end, but it's not. See, like right now.
It's like the band finishes and they leave and come back 3 times.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is a musical crowd.
Those ones are really cool too. It looks like it's going like magenta before it goes red. And then there's green in there.